And now what might be the very best part of the morning of convocation for me, it's a chance for all of us collectively to get to honor some superstar employees here in the district with our Exemplary Service Award recipients. In just a few minutes, you're going to get to meet our partner Exemplary Service Award recipient, in this case recipients, and you'll see more about that in a moment. That's a group that, while they're not directly employed by the Ridgefield School District, they play an essential part in making sure that we provide all the necessary services to provide that pursuing premier education that we want for every student. Following that, you're going to hear from our classified Exemplary Service Award recipient, someone that no matter what the elements are, they're out there each day making sure that our campuses look spectacular. And finally, you're going to get to meet our certificated Exemplary Service Award recipient, an individual who goes to great lengths to make sure that students at RHS continue to learn, whether in person or distant. This is a first for the district. It's our 6th year of recognizing Exemplary Service Award recipients. You can see we've got a huge team behind us, and the reason for that is, well, it was a Herculean effort earlier this year to make sure that we kept feeding Ridgefield students. And our food service team, they delivered from day one. In fact, the first day of the school closure was March 16th, and this team was serving food. They served food from that day all the way to the very last day of school, including weekends. Just spectacular effort for all of them. It's a huge honor for me and for all of our community to be able to recognize this team as our partner Exemplary Service Award recipients. And I just want to take a moment, if you can each wave as I say your names. Stacy Andrew, Ruth Chumley, Jennifer Holbrook, she's absent today, but Jennifer, congratulations as well. Angel Slack, Amber Vestley, Nicole BARTROFF, Joanne Hazen, Vicky Morosi, and Judy Sekide. Congratulations to each of you. I am just absolutely thrilled. We also have Mike Lee here. He's our food service director. And folks, you'll be seeing all of them again real soon at our schools. We've got breakfast and lunch service that will be happening in just a few weeks, and we look forward to seeing you then. Until then, a giant round of applause for each of our partner Exemplary Service Award recipients. Thank you all very much.
The most memorable part about delivering meals to the kids this spring was the gratefulness, the energy from the kids, the girls. We at Union Ridge all dressed up. We had on crazy costumes and colored hair. Kids would come through and tell them, say that it was their birthday. And so we would sing as a group, and then we would give them, you know, a treat or something. You know, at times it was kind of trying to figure out, you know, what do we need to do, what or how. But day by day, you just kind of figured it out, had a plan, and went with it. My favorite thing would be a great boss who is very kind and understanding and does a lot for us, puts up with a lot. You know, and the staff, the girls that I work with at Union Ridge have been great. Awesome to work with, and positive energy, and work together as a team. And that's, for us, that's what it's about. Team effort, huge group effort.
The most memorable part about delivering lunches, I think, were the families that came on a regular basis. You got to know them, you got to hear their stories, and then see the kids' smile on their faces was pretty great. Our ladies had no second thoughts. They thought, all they heard was, kids need to be fed, and they all stepped up to the occasion. Best part about working here with Chartwells through Ridgefield is just the family. It doesn't matter, we're not Chartwells, we're Ridgefield, and that's who we are. At no point have I ever gone in and they're like, oh, you're part of that company. It's, oh no, we are one. So that's really great, and that's what I really like that, because I've never felt separate, and it's just family unity for the whole town is what I love.
The group stepped up at a time when we stopped serving to the students in school, had to figure out a way to do something we had not done before. And find a way to get meals to the students with a smile. The first few days were a real challenge, and we had a larger group starting out. And once we had things smoothed out, you know, everybody else plugged through the summer. I think the things that made them really special was there were rainstorms that could blow you away, windstorms, but they did everything and they added fun and humor to it. There are some pictures out there with some strange hairdos and hair colors, and I heard all kinds of stories. But the beauty of it is they kept the same attitude that they have all year. Is the most important thing is to take care of the kids and let them know it's a safe place and try and make them happy. And I felt the magnitude of what happened with us with the pandemic and COVID-19 and how it affected every individual person and their ability to come together as a team, their ability to fight through the challenges and ignore their boss at the right times. Was really special. And if you were to see some of the cards and the thank yous that they got from families, from kids, the answer is in all those cards.
Well, here we are, and it's time to recognize our classified Exemplary Service Award recipient, and no one more well-deserving than KODY EASTHAM, who is our well-deserved honoree as our classified Exemplary Service Award winner. KODY, on behalf of the whole district, you worked all the way through the pandemic. You're always out there, rain, snow, whatever it may be. We really appreciate it, and congratulations on this well-deserved award.
Thank you very much.
Well done, sir.
I'd have to say the best part about working with KODY is just his drive and attitude to get the job done and do it the best he can, make it look real good. KODY's deserving of this honor, just the fact that he doesn't stop till the job's done. He just pushes through, and doesn't matter how big or small the job is, it's just wants to get it done and make it look good.
KODY's a great addition to the maintenance team because he has an attitude of can-do. He is always willing to do more effort, try new things in order to get work done, and he's just has a positive outlook on working hard. So you can tell through his work that he has a heart for students and that they have the best outdoor environments to play and learn in.
I would have to say my favorite thing about working for Ridgefield School District is the way it feels like you're family here. And one of the most proud projects I'd say would be the one at Union Ridge. There was a big, large mud area, and I just had an idea to make a kind of a sandbox, but out of small little pebbles, rocks. And then we got some vehicles, some cars and trucks for the kids to play with, and it just really helped with the mud issue. That was a good one. This award is like a super great honor for me. I'm very humbled and appreciative of the fact that people notice the hard work that me and everybody does in the district as well. But just for me personally, it's just very humbling.
It's my distinct privilege and pleasure now to introduce our certificated Exemplary Service Award recipient for the year, RHS teacher Austin BIEL. Austin, congratulations on this well-deserved award, and for all you do at Ridgefield High School every day. Thank you very much for your hard work. Congratulations.
My memories of Mr. BIEL as a teacher is that he was very engaging with each of the students. He would make like an individual connection and relationship with each of the students outside of the classroom. And so when I would see him in the hallways in later years, I would be able to say hi, and he would ask me about my life. And so I kept that connection going with him even after my freshman year. I actually really liked math, but when I did struggle, he would sit down and help me and guide me to where I needed to be by asking more questions instead of just telling me the answer. So he left me thinking and being able to figure things out on my own.
As a teacher, Mr. BIEL has made pre-calculus, a subject which I originally found super difficult and hard to understand, extremely fun and engaging. He made it so that it was something I could actually enjoy, and he helped me all along the way.
When students walk into his class, regardless of what level they're at, some students walk in feeling like they aren't good at math and they fear math. Others walk into his pre-calc class and have a really high math competency. Regardless of where students are along the continuum,
Austin meets them where they're at and provides support, relentless support, I would say, where he pushes them and he builds their confidence in their math sense and their math learning and doesn't give up on them. He just pushes and pushes and pushes, but does so in a way where he turns the learning over to them and empowers them. I've been in his room countless times where students are asking him questions and he flips it around and he asks them questions back. He doesn't give them the answers, but he asks them questions back to guide them. And they have to sit there and really do the deep critical thinking in order to figure it out. And I appreciate that he has that fine balance down because he doesn't let them sit there for too long where they get frustrated and they just kind of give up. He circles back around to them. He calls it walking laps around his classroom. He does laps. He circles back to them and checks in to make sure that he's continuing to provide them to support until they get it. And then you can see students celebrate that success. So that confidence is being built while it's through math. I think it's building their confidence as learners. And he just has a great way of supporting students and never giving up on them. So I appreciate that. I think Austin BIEL is very deserving of this award, and among a staff where there are so many talented individuals, he is one that is leading the way.
I've been teaching in Ridgefield for 5 years, 13 years overall, and came from Seattle, and it was one of those things we always knew we would try to live in the Vancouver area when we had children, and it was a 2-for-1 special. It was the district that I wanted to work in and that I wanted my child to grow up in. Favorite thing about being a teacher for me is having the aha moment. And that could be for me, it could be for a student, anyone, where all of a sudden you say, that makes sense, or I get why I should do it that way. The thing I like most about working with Ridgefield High School students is just how much they stand for the three, like you see the 3 R's, the responsibility, the respect, and the resiliency. You see it every day. And those are 3 words that when I first came into the district, I'm like, oh, that's cute, but the more I work here, the more I'm like, no, that's a good core 3 values. The other thing I really enjoy about working at Ridgefield is the staff I work with. There's so much talent in our staff where all of a sudden it makes me want to do things better. I learn from the staff. I work with a great math department that constantly is coming up with new innovative ways to teach, and I'm a big copycat, so always happy to steal from my colleagues. It's humbling right off the get-go. I'm very thankful, very grateful. I feel like when I got the opportunity to teach here at Ridgefield High School, I was already blown away and ecstatic to have that opportunity and to show Ridgefield that I was worthy of the hire, because I know that, I mean, again, another catchphrase of that pursuing premier, but it's real. The colleagues that I work with, again, are very talented. The students I work with, very talented. And to get this means that for the last 5 years, I've been working towards that same goal that our district's working towards.